Hey guys, good morning. Hey Raven. Hey Gary. Cheryl, Timothy, Info, Prism, Richard, and we have Instagram as well. I don't know how to get that light. Let's see, which light is that? Is that this light or it's this light? I don't know which one. That's this light's getting in your way. I don't know if I can move this. Oh well, I think we're stuck with it. Flying lights. How's everyone doing today? Hey guys. 5D channel. Hey Rich. Hey Real Maldi. The water is beautiful. Yeah, I'm learning how to do the lighting. I'm learning a lot. I mean, this is all I'm a work in progress, as you know. All right. What's going on? Any hot news? Any hot things going on? There was a good speech last night, right? A lot of comms. Hey Carol, your window. Yeah, it's really pretty out here. I don't know if that's. It's not really that color in real life. It's not quite that blue. It's a little more grayish blue, but it comes across. It depends on the lighting. That just shows you the nature of reality is. It all depends on how you look at it. Hot Java. It's actually not hot Java. It's yeah. Just it's Java. Whatever I can get. Your coffee is hot. Good. Murillo. I don't know them. But your coffee's hot, Raven. That's cool. Yeah. And hey, on Instagram, Ariclu Manuel Alvarez. Yeah, it looks relaxing. Yeah. Freewheeling. Robert Robert Harvey, 81. Stunning view. It really is a great view. I can't say I had that much to do with finding it, but it just sort of fell into my lap. GM Dave Radio X EP. Yeah, I listened to SG this morning. I think it was pretty interesting. Hey, Eileen, a cup of freight train. That's exactly what I was having. A freight train. It's become my favorite. So, all right. So, what do you guys think? We should launch into some intel. I mean, I looked already. There was a little bit, but not a lot. And I'll just give you an overview of what I'm thinking. Kind of is that based on what I heard from SG and what I'm seeing out there. Sweet Surrender. You like that song? Yeah, that's nice, T. Miller. Yeah, I wrote that quite a few years ago, not knowing that I'd get to sing it sometime in the future. 46. Yeah, that's what I just saw. Yeah, it's good. I like SG. He's like no frills. He's just like stick to the story. Doesn't really have an agenda, which is nice. Hey Bev, Shalom. I'm cool with whatever. Okay, everyone's a baker tells us about it. Love how you jump in and out of them. The somersault on the last one was great. Yeah. How we jump in and out of the intel? When will the man stand in snow before the winter ends? Huh. Everything on purpose. Yeah, I like the 3 everything on purpose joined. We have 20. Is that? I think it's 22 people. That's pretty impressive for just starting. I mean, we're just starting with. Let me see if I can bring this down a bit. Okay. Let's think a little better. Yeah. Grand Rising. Beautiful St. Simons Island, Georgia. Nice. All right, so let's launch into it. Let's go right into it. It seems to me that today is the 25th, and this was zero. Wasn't this 0 day on one of our comms? 0 day, zero. The 25th of March. It seems to me. I mean, it may be that something is happening behind the scenes. I'm surprised I'm actually awake. Yeah, Julie, you doing all right? I'm loving your soap, by the way. Everyone should contact Julie about her soap. She made a foaming soap that is my standard go-to soap in my sink now. Pensacola, Florida in the house. Good morning. May you continue to inspire. Thank you, Sam J. I appreciate it. I'm trying. I have to inspire myself first, right? Which sometimes I do. Usually, most of the time I do. I seem pretty comfortable with myself. I sometimes have moments where I lose it, but severe sinus infection currently, but I'm recovering. Okay, please God. Only under 48. It's okay. I mean, it's not about the numbers. It's about the message, and if we help one person along, that's just fine. I don't know a lot of people. Whatever. Who knows? I think they come a little later. Sometimes they don't like the title. Um, who knows? He wasn't wearing a tie. Job done, and no gold fringe on the flags. Yeah, that's really this is my feeling in general is that they won't let us know of anything until it's already been done. And I think a lot of this has already been done. We're just waiting for the sign, for the official word. I mean, the whole thing with this Mr. T being arrested just seems like a clown show. It seems like it's this, it's up, it's down, it's this way. It doesn't seem to be that serious. Yeah, they are not easy, those sinus infections. Waco, the end of times. Cranberry Township. Hey, spiritual being. There's the freight train man himself. We were commenting on how much we like freight train. Had a meltdown being alone. Um, run into a neighbor who thinks like us. Yeah, they're saying that the Schumann resonance is very jumpy right now, and we should all be feeling it's not it's kind of a difficult period of transition we're going for. Neti pot. I'm more setting to an oncologist. Julie, I did hear this one thing from somebody, and I don't know, I don't remember who it was. Maybe if somebody's listening now, they can tell us who they were. But somebody said that they had a friend who did some treatment like that, and they came out very healthy. And they were theorizing that perhaps the white hats have already gotten into the medical system and have been able to change it so that people don't get destroyed anymore. And details one. Freight trains are great until someone goes and details one. Yeah. Lebanon, Tennessee. Oh, Lebanon, the country. Wow. Saucy, that's amazing. Beautiful. I heard it's just so beautiful there. Electromagnetic pulse, plasma magnetism, pure universal electromagnetic plasma energy with minutes, supreme healing minutes number one. I'm not sure I follow exactly what all that means, but a lot of people are saying that the energy on the planet is really changing fast. I'm feeling all kinds of extra energy, inner energy off the chain, but tired. Yeah, I agree, Julie. I don't think I would volunteer for either of those either. Absolutely. No, I posted the wrong. This seems to be challenging to post. I don't know why that is. Navid. Yeah, I quite agree, Julie. Trump tie off, ready to get down to work, removing restrictions for missions ahead. Yeah, I think things are going to get faster for cancer. Yeah, this is interesting. Brzezinski, Brzezinski Clinic in Houston. A lot of Lebanese people in Sydney. Interesting. The veil is gone, y'all. Yeah. What lodge is Trump from? I don't know what that means. Brzezinski is my go-to. Okay, so Julie already knows about it. What happens if Trump rolls his sleeves up? Good question. Hmm. Zero chemtrails for clear days. Hope it means forever. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with all this. I think they're on their way out. I think this is the bad boys' desperate behavior. Go feed your kitties, Julie. That's fine. Brzezinski gets better results than MD Anderson. Uh-huh. Sunday is always no chemtrails. Okay. You seem to have a bit of a bit of an agenda, Bobby Polly. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it'll become evident soon. Overhead 757. A drop of golden sun, yeah. Middle of the week. Veil is lifting soon. It all will be revealed. I think so. Yeah, and wake up the planet once and for all. All right, let's check out some intel. I'm interested. I mean, I've been looking at it a little bit, but let's see what we can find. There's an interesting story about Netanyahu. Netanyahu has shut the bill down after two Israeli lawmakers, both members of the ultra-Orthodox United Torah Judaism Readiness, they introduced a bill to make it against the law to proselytize Christianity to Jews, and Netanyahu apparently wasn't okay with that. The Truman Show mentioned a quantum leap. We could use a quantum leap, right? Oh, clear skies, no chemtrails, Indiana. That's good to hear. The scales will be removed from their eyes. Yeah. You have two chats going on. Don't know what you're talking about. Uh-huh. Well, yeah, because I'm pinning the. I'll make sure that I read. I'm sorry about that. I'll read them out loud. Right. Sorry, Robert Harvey. Who hasn't heard it today? I love you. Nice, nice, Mary. What's your opinion about Florida? What about Florida? About DeSantis? Oh, the dude gave big pharma. What is this? Jenny Mac, what are you up to here? That dude gave big pharma all his people's blood. Okay. I haven't heard anything about Jews being allowed to. This is a comment about Jews being allowed to pray on the Temple Mount. I don't know. I know that some periodically people are allowed up there. I don't know if they're allowed to pray. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that would be a very big positive step if we could pray on our own mound. It's pretty silly the way it is now. It seems to me to get a lot of people who think like us. Do you think it's a plan? To get us stuck in Florida? Oh, that's what you're saying. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so though. But I wouldn't put it past these beings. I think they, in a way, have done that with Israel. I know Gila feels that they've all put us in Israel for a specific reason, but it is the homeland. So there's, all the things that they do that are plans against us somehow backfire against them and end up working in our favor. George Soros endorsing DeSantis, that's possible. Right. So, yeah, I know this is a very big problem that people, that anti Semites are saying that Jews are Church of Satan, and there's absolutely no connection. It's a really big problem for the patriot community at large, and I don't know, why they insist on being so anti-Semitic. It's kind of puts a blemish on the patriot movement, but they insist on doing it. And I know my bestie Gila knows what I'm talking about. It's like they want to they have an agenda, and for the Mashiach, for the great awakening to move forward, it's not going to be about one group or another. It's going to be about all humanity. We have to unite against this common foe. Yeah, they like to say it's the Khazarian. I mean, this is a whole big issue that Gil and I have been dealing with for many months, and we're not we don't get any. It's like I think we're the only two out there. Yeah, who blesses the Jews? But Gil and I have to. Right, we don't believe in Jesus. Right, in fact, there's no J in Hebrew, so um, we do believe he existed. I would like to know that too. The dislike of Jews. Yeah, there seems to be a kind of a thought stream that runs through the movement. By the way, Gila, I heard from um, somebody who knows about these things that a person who once told you there was no such thing as a Holocaust is probably on the spectrum. He doesn't exhibit a lot of emotions, and other people have been talking about this situation. Right, the Luciferians have infiltrated everything. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, David. You seem to you have some good answers. I'm not sure. Yeah, Jews praying in the Temple Mount, which is kind of weird, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense that we can't pray in our own Temple Mount. I think I pretty much good company. I know Warrior for Freedom. I personally think if it seems to me that the Israeli government is not necessarily in the right place. I mean, or that they're in the wrong place. It could be very. It seems very fairly clear to me that the government is not. It's it's kind of a phony baloney government. And I think there's a lot of issues in Israel. And I'm really not, I used to pride myself in really understanding Israeli politics. But I think if you look at Israeli politics through the lens of what we know now about the Satanists and the non-Satanists, those who believe in God and those don't, uh, yeah, um, is he good? I I don't know about Netanyahu, about Bibi. I don't know. I would say I would say he's not, but with the caveat that I think he's been taken out already. I think that's he's been sort of JB'd, if you know what I mean. I mean, I don't know if that's the original, the same guy. I haven't really, like I said, I haven't really studied Israeli politics lately. So I can't say for sure, but it seems to me that the white hats are heavily involved in Israel. And as a consequence, if if um, if our friend over there, if Bibi is, it was an I, not no J. We do have a Y, and it is probably his name was Yeshua, but somehow it got changed to. Yeah, he does. Jason does owe Agila, definitely owes her an apology, at least, you know. But we're just for now we're just going to let it go and just sort of assume that he's, you know, I have issues with the patriot community, and I you know, I mean, you guys know what they are, and this is really a big thing for us. But and that's why we feel that it's so important that Gila and I be out here. And we also listen. We also have problems with our own community. We kind of stand alone. I mean, Gila, would you agree with that? I mean, do we have many who are? We thought we had some in alignment coming, but it didn't seem like it was. I think Rabbi Green is definitely in alignment, but he doesn't understand. He's clueless. But his for sure he's a lion. The water, Micah, actually looks bluer than it really is. It that's because I've learned to mess with the ISO, the whatever ISO means on the camera. I've graduated to the point where I can, you know, it's all a process for me learning to deal with the technology. BB is bye bye. Yeah, I think yeah, and they're waiting to the end, but I think BB is gone, is not there. I don't think it's the same guy. Belize, the water looks, yeah, it does look very it looks very Caribbean, but it's really not that color. You don't We don't get this color in New York. 2 + 6 = 8. Yeah, I agree with you there. The earlier gods were nature. Can a rabbi put a mezuzah on any business owned by a Jew? Yeah, I would think so. Why not? A Jew could put a mezuzah. You should say a bracha first, but um, you don't necessarily need a rabbi to put up a mezuzah. I think that as well. About yeah, I'm inclined to believe. I agree with Jenny. Jenny's saying that BB is not. It's not the original BB, possibly. Yeah. Oh, you saw that Warrior for Freedom? Yeah, it was really a big source of contention, and the real problem we were talking about how a certain radio person, a certain YouTuber, said some really nasty things to my friend Gila, and never apologized, and worse. The people in his community never really adequately apologized or explained why they would let somebody like that on their show, who so avidly has it in for Jewish people. And it was particularly cruel to Gila, who has grandparents who were in the Holocaust. To say there was no Holocaust to Gila, I mean, of all people, is ruthlessly cruel. But yeah, we're trying to move on. Gila and I are like trying to play it light and fast. I mean, there's a lot of there's some big questions in the Patriot communities. He's not the only one, but we that's why I believe it's very important that Gila and I maintain a presence here, because nobody else seems to be doing it. And the Jewish community is, I love them, but they're a bit, they're so involved in their own customs. They don't really seem to have time to notice what's going on in the world. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, yeah. Gila has a new grandson, so all is good in the Gila world, and we're trying not to focus too much. Gila is a relentless warrior for truth, and I have never met anyone. I can't even talk about Gila without crying. I've never met anyone like Gila, but she's a truth warrior, and very unique in my community for someone like to come out and really. She's been wrestling with some big baddies out there, and I bless her, and I constantly I'm trying to encourage her just to like kind of like back off a little bit. There's some people you just can't reach, like I think these guys are some of them. Yeah, she has some great videos with Schiffer and Annie. Yeah, absolutely. She is a sweetheart, and she doesn't deserve to be treated this way. But, um, you know, what can you do? I mean, there's some people who just don't get it. Yeah, she's the real deal, man. I mean, she's so pure. She's so pure. She just like I've never met anyone like her. Thank you, thank you. We try, but we are one. We are like somehow we are in this together. We are very closely linked up. We are very close friends, and we share information. We share our our journeys and the things that we're up against, and we support each other. I think I know Gila supports me tremendously. I mean, I have moments when I get scared, or I get I start saying, maybe I shouldn't have said that," and she's like, "No, no, it's okay." She's constantly backing me up, and hopefully I'm doing the same for her. Stop kvetching. Yeah, okay, I'll stop kvetching. You don't have to worry about it anymore. um They want us all divided. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, I mean it needs there needs to be a Jewish presence in the Patriot community, and to say that it's just a Christian movement, I think is it will fail if it's not all inclusive. The Guru, I do agree. So Ruth says, Guru, I do agree that most unite as humanity, but some people still think we are being target. It is in mind control. Whoever takes away your peace is not that great. Yeah, that's a good maxim. I like that. Whoever takes away your peace is not that great. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we just don't need it. I mean, the bad guys have been dividing and conquering us for years. I mean, I see all kinds of. Listen, the beauty is that people are entitled to their opinions, and this is a great. They talk about Netzach and Hod. They talk about Netzach. These are two spheros in the tree of life. Netzach means like victory, and you just keep going no matter what. It means continuation. And Hod means humility. So these two forces between the need to keep going, to be like Nachshon, and the need to be humble and open, these are sort of like opposites. And I think in this case, That's the best way to understand it. That some people go a little bit over too far to the netzach, to the victory at all, you know nothing stopping me, and hod. You could also go too far in the humility category, and I know there was a gentleman at the conference I went to who was saying that we want to accept everyone, but there's a point where if they're actually hurting you, you are required by the Old Testament anyway to defend yourself. You're not allowed to just let yourself be destroyed. Okay, so let me so here we have Israel started removing Muslims out of mosques. See, this is coming from a patriot source that seems to have an axe to grind. They seem to be on the Netzach side. They don't seem, and this is a very main information source. But I treat it with, I like to get information because they sometimes are the only ones that have any information, but I have to overlook their blatant uh, anti-Judaism, anti-Jewish nature. And I actually lost my channel that had 60,000 peeps on it, man, because I spoke out against this force. So, Gil and I are we're just having to take a deep breath and just realize that evil destroys itself in the end, and that if they want to have this kind of an attitude, it will. God will deal with them. It's not really necessary for us. So there's a meme here of who will win. It's a picture of Klausy and his peeps and Mr. T, America First, or the Great Reset. The Great Reset's happening now. It's Trump's America versus Klaus Schwab's, because that's an interesting take on things. And now I have heard recently that, I think it was SG Anon who was talking about that they're going to push very hard for the central bank digital currency, but we just have to resist it and know that that is not the way to move forward. And everyone is it seems to be a unified opinion that the CDBCs will not win the day. It seems like the quantum digital system is already in place to some degree, and I don't think we need to really worry. Hey, Shifra. When I garden or plant a tree or listen to a river, watch my fellow mammals, yeah. Yeah, we just have to keep moving forward. There's some baddies out there, man, and we just have to be, we have to call them out, but not get too involved. I mean, I think I can't see it. I mean, I lost my channel for speaking out against a certain person, and he apparently does good things. He seems to be backing the new quantum financial system, but at the same time, he's saying some very harmful things about the Jewish people. So hopefully that we won't mention names. Everybody knows who I'm talking about, I think. I'm just looking through the intel now. Not seeing a whole bunch of interesting things. Happy Sunday, everyone. Get out and sprinkle your love and kindness on everyone. You never know what others are going through. A little sprinkle goes a long way. They're showing Mr. Trump doing a little dance on his way out of Waco. Those loyal to our constitutional republic and our command structure, those loyal to the office of the president and the will of the people, those who swore an oath to protect and defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic, those good people who serve proudly for America, Castle Rock, for God and country. Impeachment end. Attempts to send new article to Senate to delay. State of the Union, boomerang. and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Okay, so it's all good. I would not say anyone thinks. Right. I think I get your idea. Jenny Mack is saying, I would not say that anyone thinks the real Jewish people are the baddies, but the people that pose as they are. There's a difference. Right. No excuse for how peeps say it. Yeah, they're the bad guys love to put Jewish people in like the position of power. Like, you'll notice like BlackRock and J.P. Morgan, they all have Jewish guys as the centerpiece, and I think this is a convenient kind of strategy that they use to really hide the Phoenician families, the 13 bloodline families that are the real controllers here. So we don't talk about them, and we talk about the Khazarian mafia all the time, but we don't talk about the 13 bloodline families. And I think that's a kind of a shame and kind of misleading. I mean, nobody knows the names of these guys. Everybody knows the name Rockefeller and Roth kid, so. But okay, so the heartbeats are getting stronger each day, and you should feel it. I'm discussing many times about the symptoms. Just keep taking care of yourself. They're talking about the Schumann resonance. Okay, it's happening. May all beings be at ease. Yeah, heart equals the sect of emotions. Yeah, I will scream it. I will scream it with you. Call me. I will take peeps down. Go for it, Jenny Mac. I appreciate that. I mean, listen, we have to do the best with what we have, and we don't want to expend too much energy in negativity. I mean, I think Schiffer is really good with that. She understands, but there is a time when we have to at least name the situation. I believe gold seatbelt buckles, a booming sound system, and cream leather seats. Mr. T shows off his campaign's secret weapon and takes inside his refurnished Trump Force One gold buckle seats. That's pretty interesting. Meanwhile, in Iraq, let's see what this is a picture of. Okay, so they showed a picture of a magnificent mosque. I mean, unbelievable mosque with a high vaulted ceiling, maybe 100 feet high, with these huge chandeliers and crystals everywhere. I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Meanwhile, in Iraq, there's a picture of a kitty. I don't know what that's about. It's too bad I can't show these. I think I can. Hey Mio. I loved your latest. Right. Yeah, but I think, well, the real guy, the real Dr. F, I'm sure was arrested long times ago, but it has to be made public. I mean, people have to know what's going on. I mean, the rate of people that are leaving the planet, meaning people that no longer are alive, is apparently increased. Much more than like that could be a statistical error. There was a definite plan here, and people have to know and speak about it. Mio has vids, yeah. Mio, why don't you put out your channel, your web address of your channel, and I'll post it so you can get some more peeps. She's up to about 250, and it's changing her life. She's just beauty in a body. I mean, Mio is she's very refreshing to watch. I always liken her to a Rembrandt self portrait, complex and yet playful and honest, and just as refreshing as can be. Most of the war is covert. Yeah, most of the war is covert behind the scenes. Superman likes his green crystals. Yeah. Welcome to join the cuckoo's nest. You're cute, Mio. It's not cuckoo, man. You guys are just with it. You know, you just you're yourselves, and that you're you, and that's really what we're all trying to head for. Mio is perfect. Yeah, I mean, we're all trying to be ourselves, that our godly selves. Banks on fire. Yeah, they're saying that. I mean, SG was saying that Deutsche Bank and a lot of the European banks are really in trouble. Yeah, I think this is probably true. I can't say this for our friends on Instagram, but they're saying Dr. F was probably made a trip to Gitmo last April. Mia, what's your channel's name? It's just write it down here, and I'll pin it. But it's very refreshing. Mio is just she. Last one was in her sound studio. I'm very Mio. By the way, I'm very jealous that you have like such a nice studio, and the sound is so good, and the visuals are so good. I wish I could. I'm seeing my phone. The picture on my phone is better than the picture on my web camera. So I'm I don't know. You know, so I'm actually broadcasting on my phone. That's pretty cool. The house always wins. Neither will enter, borrow, or be right. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's Mio's channel. Everybody, check it down. And you subscribe to Mio's channel and check out her vids, man. She's awesome. She does. She's a musician. She's an artist, but and just an all around cool person, and like really just so down to earth. The Cameron sounds good. Yeah, I'm okay, Mio. Yeah, I shouldn't be jealous. Okay, good. I mean, I've been working at this for a lot. I've gone through a lot of, Schiffer. I mean, Schiffer, you made note. I mean, I forget. Oh no, Schiffer, you have your husband to help you. I started with a little teeny microphone that was pinned to my lapel or my T-shirt for a couple of years. Your shadow band? Oh yeah, we're all shadow band, Mio. That comes with the territory. You just have to, learn how to say things. I mean, I haven't, and when you learn, let me know. Organic raw pumpkin seeds. That sounds good. We all have good and evil with it. Yeah. Well, the trick is according to Tanya is to transform the evil into good, to use that energy to do good stuff. All roads lead to Antarctica. I think that's true as well. Channels. This channel is legendary and beautiful. Thank you, Mia. I really appreciate that. Yeah, no, Schiffer, he does a great job. I don't have the luxury. I don't have a wife that can do my. Somebody said this morning. One of my business friends from ASEA. Okay, just want to throw the bottle out there. Great stuff, and I, you know, it's not a popular thing, but I mean, amongst both LifeWave and ASEA, that these two things I think work in conjunction will really help people feel their best and be their best, and they really heal you on a cellular level. So if you want to get involved in this kind of it's kind of, I wouldn't call it medical, I would say it's beyond medical. It's like a kind of a new new technological revolution between the ASEA. If you're interested, getting involved, call Jay below, or you can order or talk to Dr. Stacy about this. She comes every Tuesday. We have a little chat, and I'm going to spend Wednesday talking about ASEA. I'm I'm really, the thing I just wanted to mention, 613. I just wanted to mention about ASEA is that they were offered buyouts several times by Big Pharma, and Big Pharma would have taken the technology and vibrational, thanks, Shifra, and they would have buried it. So these guys are heroic, man. They are like they're standing by their guns. They get a Big Pharma would love to shut them down, but they're like, no, 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 we're doing it our way. So I really feel good about supporting both LifeWave and ASEA for yeah. Email me. Okay, okay, Rachel Rose. Lav Mike, yeah, is yeah. No, absolutely. I used the lav mic for a very long time in Info Prison. And I was told by very, like big YouTubers that they're fine. But I reached a point where I couldn't go any farther with my little lav mic. So yeah, smash the like button. Want a free mind? Free mind. Smash the like button. Thanks, Norman. I got a digital crypto MasterCard. Buy stuff on my phone direct. Right. Are you talking about? Are you talking about ASEA or? Oh, you got a digital crypto MasterCard, right? So if you do go into business for ASEA or LifeWave, you can have stuff put directly onto your charge cards. You don't have to go into the bank. So I think that's another advantage. I mean, if you're a person that is hesitant to file with the IRS, who is on that level that believes that it's all fakery. Yeah, she's very pretty. She's our diva. Mio, you're our big diva. You're a wonder, and she's talented and beautiful and graceful. So I'm not seeing any really interesting intel here. Instant Elon alerts. Let me see what this is. Enter breaking. Enter the deep state destroys America, or we destroy the deep state. Trump at today's rally. The deep state narrative is one heavily used by Mr. T to rally voters. What is the deep state? Does it exist, or is it a political tactic to rally voters? I mean, whoever wrote that is. Really, is this even a question? This is coming from John Le Carre. I don't know who that is. Is that I don't know who that is, but really, does anyone here believe the deep state is used to rally voters? I mean, I think it goes way beyond that, man. These guys are evil to the core, and they're in everything. Countless watching the man in the street in the army showing that the future is digital. Physical silver, great, yeah. No, 100%, man. I think silver is a and I think it's going to go up. It is going up. You can't locate Mio either. Um, Mio, didn't we just put up her address? Let me see if I could put that up again. I had it. Well, I can't seem to find it now, but Rome, is this it? Yeah, this must be it. Together, the Romeo. Yeah, is that it, Mio? I don't know. I need to put another one up. Here we go. The Romeo. Mio 8. Okay, yeah, it's great. Is that better? See if that works. Oh, here's another one. I think that's it. I think that's probably it. FB me LOX. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Oh, you guys can't see it on Instagram. I'm sorry, but Mio has a channel. I don't know if you look up Mio on Google, maybe you'll find it. I don't know. Shadow government is no longer in the shadows, dark to light. Exactly right. You've gotten me so many subscribers, and I said, "Oh yeah, of course, Mio. Yeah, of course. You would do the same for me, of course. I mean, we all have to help each other." Schiffer also has a great channel. You could shoot me your email. I could put that up, your address, Anybody who wants to draw attention to their channel, just I'm not pinning it anymore in the show more because I have like a lot of business people like kind of working with me now, and but because I'm paying guys to like to help me out to spread the word, and I want to do the right thing by them because they're now involved and it's not just me alone. But if you have a a YouTube channel that I know about and I've heard and I know you're on our side and we're working together, let me know. I'll pin it here. Mio's hard to find right now. Okay, could be. Yeah, but it's hard to do SEO work. I never could do that. Hey, Edward for T. I don't know about this. I wouldn't say that BB's not Jewish. I just don't think that's really BB anymore. His mother's Christian. I don't know. Okay, we got another one. This is me. I don't know which one it is. This could be Mio's channel. Do you know which one it is? Oh, and here's Info Prism. I'll put yours up. I'll put yours up in a second. Let's just get Mio's. Okay, so and here's another one. Here's for Info Prism. If you guys want to check that out, Israel people are protesting. Bibi's brother was an incredible hero. Absolutely, yeah. It is mine. Yeah. Okay. So so this is this the one, Mio? That's yours, right? The Romeo. That's great. Bibi's brother was a big hero. Yeah. In Entebbe, inflate to oblivion or magically end the crisis by swift adoption of it's coming to that. We have to accept that we're moving into a new digital age. Let me see what this says. Received a notification that my credit union will be closed from. Oh, look at this. We got some intel. All right. All right. So here we go. Let's hope it's not anti-Jewish. Shocker. Ford Motors losing billions on electric vehicles. March 25th, 2023, 11:10 p.m. In the mad dash to pursue all things electric for the sake of climate change, Ford Motors has invested heavily in the production of electric vehicles. So far, things are not going according to plan. Ford is losing billions on this in 2023, and it's only March. I just want to add, if anybody doesn't know this, that this company was a big financier of the other side in World War II. So maybe they're getting what they deserve. Ford says EV unit losing billions should be seen as startup. Ford Motor Company's electric vehicle business has lost $3 billion before taxes during the last 2 years and will lose a similar amount this year as the company invests heavily in the new technology. I mean, the answer is not electric because in order to power electric, you need electricity. And how do you get electricity? By burning coal and oil. I mean, or nuclear. I mean, it's not the answer. The answer is probably hydrogen fuel, or it sounds like they already have sort of anti-gravitational things. The Israeli people are protesting. What exactly are they protesting? Let me read the end of this. Anyway, the Ford Motor Company's electric vehicle has lost $3 billion before taxes during the last 2 years and will lose a similar amount this year as the company invests heavily in the new technology. The figures were released Thursday as Ford rolled out a new way of reporting financial results. Oh, that's good. Just change the rules, right? The new business structure separates electric vehicles, the profitable internal combustion, and commercial vehicle operations into 3 operating units. Company officials said the electric vehicle unit called Ford Model E will be profitable before taxes by late 2026 with an 8% pre-tax profit margin. But they wouldn't say exactly when it is expected to start making money. Chief Financial Officer John Lawler said he said Model E should be viewed as a startup company within Ford. As everyone knows, EV startups lose money while they invest in capability, develop knowledge, build sales volumes, and gain market share, he said. Model E, he said, is working on second and even third generation electric cars. It currently offers 3 EVs for the sale in the US: the Mustang Mach E SUV, the F-150 Lightning pickup, and the electric transit commercial van. Now, here is something else. Let me just get this. Clarify, Quangqing, Tuesday, demand, Z, confirm tariff reduction, Tuesday, China, cars, article provides foundation, major import, Ford, US, start Q. So Tironian is trying to let me read this article from Gateway Pundit. Shocker: Ford Motor losing billions on electric vehicles. In the mad dash for all things electric for the sake of climate change, Ford Motors has invested heavily, and they're losing. Okay, so that's that. Let me see if I can get back to the live. Okay, we made it home. Yeah, so there's some interesting things brewing, that's for sure. The highway rest stops, rows of electric charging plots, and the number of diesel generators close by for the supply of electricity. Right. Oil is a renewable resource, no fossils involved. Yes, that's true. That's true, Brian. They named it, rocker people, they named it fossil fuel to make you think it was like a dinosaur, like, hard to find. What about cars run on hydrogen? Elon's talking about them. Yeah, that's the way future forward. But although I think they have like sort of anti-gravitational technology that they just haven't, given, they've withheld it from the peeps. This anti-gravitational kind of technology. I think they have it. I think we know how to do these things, but they want to still use fossil fuel because it's easier to charge for it and give people like hidden taxes through inflation and other kinds of things. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Now, for Instagram people, that Ford supported the other side in World War II, because the German nation really had no resources, and they were rebuilt. They were brought into power by global industrialists, financed their whole thing, and it continued with Operation Paperclip. They brought all their bigwigs back to the United States. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, right? Most beautiful propaganda ever made. Transported technology from Star Trek, right? Fill your GMC truck with water, right? You probably won't even have to fill it. It'll be just, hey Ms. Erica, Ellie Meister. I'm losing my ability to breathe here through my nose. It's madness. Yeah, the e-bikes are catching fire while parked. Spinning Volkswagen logo. Yeah, I saw that, Mio. Yeah, and the Bushes and J.P. Morgan with them, and Hershey, right? Hershey. Oh, that's interesting, because my peeps live in Hershey. I have my sister lives in Hershey, and her husband worked for the company as a chemical engineer, and they did not treat him nicely. They were not nice to my brother-in-law. Admittedly, he can be a little bit difficult, but and he arrests. I think there've been lots of arrests. I think there've been tons of arrests. It's just that nothing is public yet. Work for Ford. What's this thing? What about the chlorine in water? Yeah, it'll stuff up engines, right? All obsolete. Used to live near Hershey, yeah. It's a nice place, man. I like it out there. My mom lives in Lancaster, so I know the area. And yeah, it's beautiful out there. It's beautiful here too. It's beautiful everywhere, really. Okay, Elon Musk comments on a video discussing how the JB administration is drawing us closer to World War III. That's we all know about that. That's pretty obvious, right? The second most plentiful liquid on the planet is oil. How interesting. Nestle's bad too in Switzerland. Hey, Therese. I don't eat anything Hershey's. Yeah, I could tell a story about the that my brother-in-law told me about their koshering, and that makes my hair curl. It's I'm not going to repeat it online, but Gila, you still here? Gila gave me some chocolate for Purim, man. I mean, it blows my mind how good that chocolate is. I don't know where that came from, Gila, but that is. I put it in my coffee on Shabbos. It was like so good. Really hard to. I went through like a huge bag of this, like these chunks of chocolate that Gila gave me, and it was so good. I just ate it all up. Yeah, yeah. Do with the children, right? They're arresting a lot of people that are like doing bad things to kids. That's the really good news. Everything is really going forward. Everything is happening. It's just that nothing is as public as we would like it. And I'm not seeing. I mean, I'm not feeling it. I know Gil will be upset with me, but I'm not feeling the EBS, man. I'm just not. I don't think that's how it's going to happen here. I don't think. I don't know. It could be. I think they're waiting for people to wake up. I think the election is. I think remember the 5th of November. That's my feeling. And by the way, I did see this movie. V for Vendetta. I don't watch movies, but I was on the airplane and I said, okay, this could be a good time to watch a movie. And that movie tells exactly what's going on right now. There was a guy, I don't know if he was on the channel, but he was saying that bicycle. That's how I get around is by bicycle. I don't have a car, man. And I also don't have the ridiculous amount of money you have to pay for insurance that goes with it. But I live near a subway station, so I'm lucky that way. According to reports from the Iranian media, Iran is relocating significant military equipment such as multiple rocket launchers with with large caliber to its border with Azerbaijan and restructuring the northwestern border. The action is being officially presented as part of a military exercise and a message to Baku to prevent any new military operations in the region. So, yeah, a lot of foods. By the way, I just want to mention to everyone here that I used to be a chemistry teacher, and at one point I decided to research MSG. There are at least 50 different names for MSG. So they will say on the label, no MSG, but they'll have hydrolyzed soy protein or yeast extract, or I mean, they got a zillion names for this stuff. So if you really want to go without MSG, you have to really look at the label carefully. Any kind of protein extract, any kind of thing with yeast, or and they use a lot of different products to make MSG. So if you really want to be MSG free, I think I'm getting too much wind here. If you really want to be MSG free, you have to really look at the label carefully. Yeah, thanks, Brenda. Yeah, a lot of people get confused about this whole Khazarian mafia issue, and that's been a big part of our. A huge piece of intel just came out. Okay, let me just go through this quickly, and then we'll call it a day. There are 31 deltas for March 26th. Click here to read them. Okay, so there are 31 deltas, frogs. Many attacks and/or tensions are happening around the world. Azerbaijan and Armenia, Syria and JB. Oh my gosh, it's really going fast. Um, he could just put out more. Small U.S. banks see record drop in deposits after SVB collapse. CNN business deposits at small U.S. banks drop by a record amount. CNN business, they're saying no one's putting their money in the banks right now. Hats, the truth behind 911. These are the real images and not those. So a lot's coming out, guys. I mean, everything is about to surface. Trump National, Washington, D.C. I think that's I think they're saying like a golf course in Washington. I don't know if that's a real thing or a joke, but I just want to get plowed through this intel. I'm going to read it really fast because there's a lot here. Frogs, many attacks and tensions are happening around the world. Azerbaijan and Armenia, Syria and JB, Russia and the country U, tensions heating up at the Alaska Mosque in North Jerusalem, China and Taiwan, North Korea and multiple targets, etc. We've been told repeatedly that we would be taken to the precipice. We are also told that we would have a World War III scare event. It appears that we are setting up for just that. We were told all must happen on the fake JB watch, so we must be a little more patient. It looks like it's all getting very close. We're definitely over the target, no doubts there at all. So very much has been accomplished, but there is more to come. The info and truths are flowing a bit more freely now. The sheep are awakening. As we were told, they needed to be shown and not just told. If you are like me when I accepted this mission, I never thought in a million years that I would still be here 3+ years, right? In fact, I never imagined that this mission had so many more components than my original need to save our children. After going down one too many rabbit holes, I learned that this wasn't just a national problem, but a worldwide problem. We are still here not knowing that this war has many components and tentacles. It is a war not only to save our children, but to protect mankind from near extinction. As you can see from what happened here, it is a war between good and evil. It is a spiritual war and one that God chose us as his warriors. So if you're on the channel, man, you were chosen, right? For better or worse. Okay, so knowing that the end is indeed close, let's be a little more patient. Stay very, very alert this week. We are about to show the world that we did indeed accomplish what we once thought to be impossible. We did that because we answered God's whisper and we didn't give up. We united. The enemy never saw us coming. We were determined to come out of the dark. He's talking about digital warriors, man. He's talking about you guys. We went from a flicker of light, and our light is growing brighter each day. You did that. We did that. Imagine just how truly easy it was when we realized all we had to do was to uncover the lies and yield and wield our weapon, the truth. Freedom became ours when we chose to be part of this mission. God chose his warriors perfectly. It's Sunday. Let's strive for a peaceful, restful day today. I have a feeling we will need our energy this week. There's a prayer to help you through. I'm not going to read it because, again, they're trying to divide. They're keeping the Jewish people out because they mention the J word, and it's like, man, we don't go that way. So, anyway, it's still a nice thought, and I'm not knocking them, but we're not all Christians. I mean, I don't know when the patriots are going to wake up to this idea. We don't all think the same way, and that's the beauty of it. We don't have to all be the same. The enemy is all the same because they have to be on the same page because they use a fear-based system. We're going to be going into a love-based world, and in a love-based world, man, you don't want everyone to be the same. I mean, Mio, if you and I were the same, it would be boring, right? I mean, you don't have a beard. Thank God. You're beautiful. I mean, but Mio and I are on the same page, even though we may not have the same belief structure, or we may, I don't know. But there are people, there are people that that are part of this family. I mean, this is a family. It really is a family. We don't even know how we're related, but you can tell. I mean, people call me sometimes, and I'm like, I don't ask them this, but I'm thinking to myself, yeah. Like, I have this friend Raven from Alaska. She says, Guru, she says, I know you. I recognize you from somewhere. I know you. You and Gila, she says, are family. You're like an old friend. I mean, so, we don't have to know everything. Pure hogwash. Okay. If you can't distinguish spirit, you gotta. Well, it's okay because they're Christians. They do want to save themselves, and that's fine. But and a lot of it is they just don't know. They don't really understand that when they say, as soon as they say the word Jesus, that puts out that means the Jews are not included in the prayer. Maybe they just don't know. It could be that they don't know. Let's assume that they just don't know, and it's ignorance. You knew your husband when you saw him. Yeah, there's certain people I knew. My ex-wife, even though we're getting divorced. When I first saw her, I was like, oh yeah, you look like my wife. I just knew. He answers the other one. I don't know. Religion is for separation. Yeah, that's true, but it's also it brings people together. I mean, you know, how else would you get 10 Jewish guys in the same place, but to make a minyan? I mean, it brings people together too. I don't know. Listen, we don't want to get into it. It's not like it's not us or them. It's all of us, man. We all have to learn But I don't think they meant it that way. Although this channel, the intel that I get is tends to be, and Gila's been in discussion with these people. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I think it's really important that the Jew that we're supposed to be teachers. I mean, God said you're supposed to be out there teaching. The Rebbe said, go out and teach. People who are not Jewish. Be out there, be in the world. And for some reason, we're just not out there so much, and I don't know why. But what Gil and I are trying to do to help right that ship. Yeah. I would like to learn about Judaism. It is interesting, Mio, and there's a lot of information. If you really like, if you want to know about Judaism, Chabad.org, Chabad, Chabad.org has all kinds of info, and it's made to be understood by non-rabbinical people. So you can always go to Chabad.org if you want to know more about Judaism and Judaism for non-Jews and all this stuff. Anyway, yeah. So good. I'm going to Ripple Riddlers have a time machine. We're inside a scripted reality. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, we're definitely inside of a scripted reality. Um, yeah, I'm not. I'm not really. I'm not really so for that. That's the only way. I mean, if you say that's the only way, then you're telling Jews, we don't belong with you guys, and that's uh, Rabbi Schneider has the television show called The Jewish Jesus. Give Ben numerous countries. I don't know. We're waiting for our Messiah. It's not Jesus. I mean, maybe it could be in the future. I don't think so. But we're still waiting, and you just got to love people where they are. It's you're not going to change. You're not going to convince me otherwise, and I'm not going to convince you that he's not the Messiah. So I don't want to. And it's perfectly acceptable for you to believe whatever you believe. If you're Jewish, you believe one way. If you're not Jewish, you believe the other way. It doesn't mean we can't be friends. Anyway, stop competing faiths online. Yeah, it's listen. This is a marketplace of ideas, and this is the place. I mean, this is the place and the time When in the history of mankind, I mean, probably before they destroyed our history, probably in the old days, they all knew each other and they had communication devices. They had ways of telepathy and everything else. So everybody knew what everybody else was thinking. And we will have that probably soon. But uh, yeah, we just have to. We're going to the Hebrew. Yeah, I wish we were going to the Hebrew calendar because it sort of makes sense to go by the moon. But whatever, listen, we're here to gnash these things out. Like I said, the two grindstones of the intellect are netzach and hod, meaning the need to win and to be victorious and to keep going, and humility. We need to use both. There has to be a healthy balance between netzach and hod, between victory and supremacy and keep going no matter what, splendor and just, I don't know, splendor is not the right word, but, and hod, humility, just like, man, it's okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah, every eye will see, yeah, okay, whatever, man. I mean, different strokes for different folks. You say potatoes, I say potato, whatever. Um, yeah, yeah, it's okay to talk about you as something special, yeah, because we have been terrorized. We have been terrorized, but a lot of people. It's just it is what it is, man. I mean, listen. I mean, the bottom line is that this community is where the healing starts. We're doing something that's really never been done before in the history of mankind. We are meeting Christian, Jews, Buddhists, Islamics, everybody. Everyone is meeting here together, and we're hashing through the war against the real evil. And it's not each other, and we've learned that through the years, through horrible disasters and wars, perpetuated by these evil, fiendish, reptilian, Illuminati creeps. We are coming here to heal these rifts. So we are part of the solution, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And even if we have little tiffs, even if we have little misunderstandings, it's okay. Yeah, everything is a peanut. The French are not sissies, right? Ultimate reality TV. Yeah, this is ultimate reality TV. Absolutely. We are cool, man. We are so cool. We are doing the impossible, man. We're doing what you know what should always be done. And oh yeah. So Mio, what's your channel again? Uh Wait. I'm sorry. I wasn't. I seem to be unable to post. Watch Eve finishing her apple. Do you know what you'll be having for your Seder dinner? I don't. In fact, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be for Passover. I haven't really figured it out yet, although I just got a really nice suggestion of where to go. But I was going to do it by myself, but I realize I'll just be too lonely by myself. So I may go to someplace else for Passover, because this is my first year without my family, and I think I would cry if I realized that I would cry if I was alone all the time. So I'm going to seek out some kind of companionship. Hey Jay, Republican man, Jay Alberts man, we won't. I don't think I'm going to get to. I'm hearing about a cool place to go for Pesach. If you want to give me a buzz, but you know, I'm good. The thing is, I need to bring all my studio equipment up there, and I don't know if I can. I'm having issues with my new mic. There is no one coming back. All right. Yeah. Anyway, Solar Flash. It will keep us all united. Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever, man. I mean, at the end of the day, man, give me some good freight train coffee, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, abundance of peace and love, and we're really doing the hard work. Pack the clip on Mike. Pack the clip on Mike. Yeah. Well, I have a new mic, Gila, and but I haven't figured out how to use it. It's a little lighter than this one, but I'm not. I don't think I'm going to go by plane. The place I'm looking at is not that far away, so hopefully it'll be. I'll either rent a car or take public transportation, but I'll be able to carry like a little. Like I have this new mic that's Schiffer. I don't know. Schiffer has a good mic, but this is a Shure mic, and it's a lot smaller. This is I bought this for traveling, but I wasn't able to figure out how to use it on my last trip. But hopefully this time I'll get some coaching and I'll figure out how to use it. Anyway, peace and love to everyone. Have a great Sunday. And just know that you guys, you are the digital army. You are the ones who are doing the work. You know, whether you realize it or not, whether you have your own YouTube channel, whatever, the fact that you're here means that you are the digital warriors. You're spreading the message, and we're coming together and we're agreeing to disagree, which is what the future is all about. To love everyone just as they are. Car rentals are my go-to. Yeah. Well, yeah, that could be good. It could be good. They're not too expensive. I think you can get a pretty good deal at the airport. I mean, I happen to live close to the airport, so it this is a great. I mean, God put me in a good place. But anyway, ride a horse, man, not a cowboy. Okay, there you go. All right, guys. So much love to you. We'll catch you tonight. I don't think I'm having any shows. I'm actually going to meet with my beautiful son for lunch. We're making like a tradition out of doing that on Sundays. It's really nice. T. Miller, I will call you when I get your phone number. I talk to several Guru Channel people now. That is so nice. Yeah, and by the way, I just want to give a shout out to through Patreon. You don't have, I don't think you have to join, but if you click the Patreon thing, you can come to our new platform called School, Skool, and there. Thanks. And there on School, you can talk to people 24/7. If you get tired of Telegram, I'm kind of trying to move people over to School because on Thursday we do a Zoom meeting for everyone in the community, so I can get to see you guys. And we're trying to build up the School community. So Thursday, keep Thursday in mind, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be doing a Zoom meeting, and I don't do that much talking. I really am interested in what you guys have to say. Last time we had a very interesting meeting about money that's being given back to people. Yeah, it'll be nice. Okay, so much love and thanks for drawing me out. I honestly, I had some lonely moments this morning, and I even though Shabbos was a dream for me, I felt very comfortable being by myself. But today I realized like I can't. I have to attend school. It's more than a great sight, right? We all need a little schooling, right? But the real school, the new school, is going to be driven by your own godly desire to learn something. It's things you really want to learn about. I mean, I always felt so bad for my students having to learn, like even chemistry, when I was teaching chemistry, which is such an exciting subject. They make it so boring. It's just like, well, you take the electrons and you count this. It's like, instead of teaching like look at how these electrons like how they pair up in order to make eight there could if you, there's anyway your husband will be away, yeah, for will be like Tesla. Oh my god, just 3 hours, a 3 hour tour, a 3 hour tour. Chemistry is amazing. Yeah, if you can find a chemistry teacher who understands how amazing it is, and go through your own first Shabbos. Yeah, that's great. That's great, T. Miller. I think it's very important to disconnect from technology for one day a week. It's huge. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for a beautiful meeting. I really, you brought me out. I was feeling a little lonely. I feel a lot better now. And thanks so much for helping me out and being so beautiful and loving. And we'll catch you later about 7:45, God willing. I'll try to be on time. And let's rock the world. Let's do it, man. Just rock the world with a smile. That's all it takes. All right. Let's see if I can find the off button. That's another challenge. I got all these challenges here. Nice challenges. Okay. God bless everyone.